Greetings, fellow scapers. MageBit here once again to try and expose and hopefully protect some of you whom don't follow proper security protocol. Now, I've been obviously talking about proper security on the show for many years now, and we talk about two-factor authentication, we talk about keeping your information private, not sharing accounts, yada yada yada. Your data is you when you are on the internet. You have to treat everything as if, you know, you were placing valuable items inside of your home. You would lock your doors. You would, you know, make sure your mail is not being gone through, things like that. Well, this is a database of over 1 billion records that have been leaked, stolen, and dumped here. Now, I have gained temporary access to this database thanks to our partner, Shadow Rising. Some of you may know him. He is a contributor to the show, avid, programmer and whatnot. He has bankrolled this video for me, and I wanted to kind of show you the things that can actually occur. So I can search username, IP addresses, email, name, first and last, phone number. I can search for anything I want from tons of databases, including LinkedIn, MySpace, Badoo, VK, Twitter. Then you can go to the main database list here, and it will show you, these are the most recently added ones, Experian, Tumblr. It's ridiculous, and I have broken it because I have already, this is a form submission page, which is not a problem. Just got to reload real quick. That's normal. But like, okay, so I search MageBit, right, for username, and of course, here I am in the database. Now, they only have, XSplit itself had a leak quite a while ago, and of course, when a company has a leak, you need to immediately change your password. The problem with that, I mean, you can see here, you see the real password field. You see it. That is, of course, I'm going to censor this after the fact, but that was my real password. This is all my real registration information that got dumped here. It's real. This is a tangible thing that you need to worry about, and I want to make sure people are aware of this, because now my password's out there. This password, if I used it on another site, well, now they know my email address as well, and a password that maybe I'm, using multiple times and whatnot. And they could then take this information and try another site just because it wasn't dumped into this database. Maybe I've changed my XSplit password, but maybe I forgot to change my Gmail password. If I used the same password there, maybe I forgot to change, my Runescape password, whatever. So I mean, again, if I go and search and I can change this, I apologize for, oh, get out of here. I loathe Skype. I loathe it with a freaking passion. If you change this now, I highly doubt my phone number is going to come up in the database, but my phone number is fairly new. Fuck off. I hate autofill. I hate it. Get out of my life. So I'll try a phone number here. No results, so that's good. I mean, this is how you can kind of check to see if your records are here, and you don't need to be a member to see the records. But for instance, allow me to try my IP address. Doesn't that sound fun? So give me a second here. I'm gonna put up an overlay while I locate my IP address briefly, because that's not exactly something I want to reveal to the entire world. Now, I am on a VPN. I will say that. Oh my god, what is my IP? So I am on a VPN at the moment. So this is not my actual IP address. However, I probably will censor it anyway, because it is an IP address that I probably will use often. But let's see if anything comes up with this IP address. It's quite possible nothing. Okay, we do have records for this IP address. So now, here's the fact. Here's the fact of the matter here, is this is a public IP address. This is an IP address that anyone on my VPN can use. So now, what I've acquired here is everyone else who's using this IP address, I have their email, and I now have their passwords, or at least their hash in the salt, which I can use something like Hashcat to break down and actually retrieve the password from. Tons of email addresses that I can now use here, and this is dangerous. So again, here's one right here. They've managed to get the actual password out of for a website called socialanxietysupport.com. I can reveal the password, and I can now go to that website, use this account, and do whatever I want with it, which is a little ridiculous. You don't think? I mean, come on. So again, I can reveal all these results here, and I'm not going to go through them all per se, but just look at this nonsense and what is capable. This is exactly why you don't use the same password on every website. That is the goal of this video here, is to explain and hopefully educate people who are not aware that these types of leaks are serious. There are over 1.8 billion records. Is that a billion? Yeah, that's a billion. Excuse my language. 1.8 billion records in this database. Chances are, at some point, one of your passwords was leaked. You know, like there's a pretty dang good chance that that's the case. And you want to protect yourself. So how do you protect yourself, right? Okay. So it's a pain in the ass to remember tons of different passwords, right? So that is why you use a password manager. So the best password manager, for simplicity's sake, I think, is LastPass. And I say that also because it works on your browser and your phone. Granted, you are using an Android phone. I'm sure it also has an iOS equivalent, but I'm unsure. I haven't used iOS in quite some time. So we add this extension here, right? And it will download and install itself, and you will then be able to register for things. So for say, let's just get that registered. So you can create an account or log in. We can create an account, I suppose. Let's see if we can. Again, I'll put up the overlay again. I'll see if I can get my Outlook account to function. Because I would love to set up I Need Rune Coins with LastPass. I think that would be interesting to do. So we'll give it a second here, and I'll pause the video, and I'll come back once I have that all set. Okay, so we're ready to go here. We got LastPass up. I already created an account, I Need Rune Coins at Outlook.com. Previously, this is actually the second time recording this. We had a little oopsie the first time, but I'm going to go through creating an account. It's not difficult at all. So create an account, you just click on that, and it's going to bring you to this screen here. It's going to ask you what your email is. We already have an I Need Rune Coins account, so I can't register that one. But we did make a new account in the process of the video, which you'll see a little bit later. I'm from the future. I beg for Rune Coins at gmail.com. And of course, the master password is the big one here. So you could use any old password, right? But if you want to be truly secure, you could use grc.com/passwords. And check this out. So we have a 63 random printable ASCII characters, and it will take random characters as well, special characters, which is nice. So we can get this huge password here. No one's ever going to crack that nonsense. And we could toss that in there, and we can then save this password to a safe place. I, for instance, would save it to a flash drive, so anytime I need to re-log in or re-authenticate, all I do is pop my flash drive in, have a notepad document there with a password in it. So it's off the computer, it's offline, no one can access it but you, unless someone physically comes in the house and steals it from you. And if that's the case, you also probably want to watch someone else's videos on like house security or whatnot. So then I can leave a reminder for myself with a kind of like a mnemonic saying, on SSD. So I know what this means, on SSD, which is my flash drive. So it's on a solid state drive, separate from my computer in case I just forget. That can jog my memory. I agree to the terms. I create the account, re-enter my master password. It's still on my clipboard. Cool. Done. We are registered, and we can just no, thank you. We're good to go. LastPass is set up. Now, of course, let's just pretend my pictures folder is my flash drive. I would then just create a text document. I could name it anything. I'll just call it LastPass master password, so I can, another mnemonic there, and I'll just toss it in there, save the document, close it, bam, remove my flash drive. Unless so your session should last a while. You won't need to constantly be entering that password, so it's okay if that isn't connected to your computer at all times, and you don't want it to, because you don't want people to have access to it. But bam, here we have an actual LastPass account set up. Now we're going to go over how to actually make a new account with LastPass and also existing accounts, so stand by. Okay, now that we have LastPass set up and installed, how do you use it when creating a new account? We'll start with creating a new account, then we will move on to how to use it with an existing account. So first off, we will, if you have a profile set up, you can. So we could set up a profile right now and give it all this information. So this is so you never have to really do this again. So I will put my name in here, of course. This is just generic form. I am Mr. Anthony. Not going to use my middle name, Alicea. My username This one is going to be I beg for rune coins. We'll use that because we're just making a new account. Birthday, again, whatever, February 324th. It doesn't matter. 1984. And of course, social security number, probably not going to use that, but we'll do it anyway. So we'll save that information. And now, I don't know why it brought me there when I wanted to be here, but whatever. So now I can, of course, use Anthony, and it will fill that information in for me for the most part. I do have to create a password, but that's the whole point of LastPass, right? Is to create secure passwords that you don't have to worry about. So again, you click on this little icon here. It's going to generate you a random password. It's nice and strong. You can use it. Cool. It's for google.com. It's for, we're going to put in the email folder. Again, it's for I beg for rune coins. Look, it came up right there for me. It's going to save that password. We're going to save that site. Oh, look, Chrome wants to save it too. Cool. Chrome, go ahead, save it. We'll get to that later. Again, we're going to fill the password real quick. And we will use I beg for rune coins as password for google.com, which hopefully so you'll use the one you just set up so they match. You can copy and paste it as well. That works as well here. I'm going to try not that. I don't even know how that managed to copy that. Bear with me here. I'm going to try this number, but I don't think it's going to work, so I may have to use my actual email address. My actual phone number, which again I'll have to freaking censor. But I have to type this text 1617. I am in the United States. I agree. Next step. Oh, sorry. There you go. Whatever. There's one. This is how did I get May 84th? I'm doing real good. Okay. Good. Again, yeah, sure. Save that password. Love it. So it's gonna try to send me a text message. Let's see if it works. Can I use? All right. So it won't let me use this phone number because it's a piece of crap. All right. I will use my real phone number. And we will, I will quickly receive a text message, and obviously I have to censor that. So we're going to wait for a verification code. It should only take a second to hopefully pop up on my screen. So I will cut. Okay, that took forever. Got my verification code. Let's move along here. Process that. Okay, we have an account now. Cool. So I beg for rune coins is now an official email that exists. I'm sorry. Go away. Go away. Go away. Okay. So now, of course, I can log out, and it's going to remember my crap, mainly because I told Chrome to remember my crap. But remember, don't tell Chrome to remember your crap because, again, you have your I beg for rune coins or whatever account you set up here. It'll toss the information, and you just have to click on that little thing there and sign in. And, of course, yeah, Chrome, yeah, sure, save it. You know, ruin my life. So we have that, and, of course, now you have an existing account you want to set up here. It's simple. Sign in as you were going to. I need rune coins was my account. It remembers my information because Chrome is remembering my information. Tut-tut, and we'll see why in a second. So now it's going to ask me, oh, should LastPass remember this site? Yes, it should remember this site because we never want Chrome to remember this shit, and we'll get to that in a moment. So again, everything looks good here. I'm going to save this site. So now, again, when I log in, so I'm going to log out. When I log in, I will now have the option here to use I need rune coins at Outlook. Again, it will not be populated because you're not using Chrome to save your shit. It's bad. And again, we're going to get to that right now. So hopefully you have a basic understanding of how to A, set an account up with LastPass, and B, how to then add an account to LastPass that already exists with an existing password and whatnot. Maybe you want to change that password. You can do that. Again, you can always change the password. You can generate a new password using LastPass. So how do you do that, right? So it's as simple as you think it would be. You go into your account settings, view your account, however that may be. I'm using Outlook at the moment because it's a joke and I don't care about it. But again, you want to just go and change your password if you don't like the password you have. And of course, I gotta protect my account. What's the last 4 digits of your phone number? Well, I really don't want you to know that, but this is a different phone number actually. So I will do that, and you can send a code, and I will get a code because security. This is actually a good thing. You know, there's some level of two-factor authentication here. So if your account gets hijacked, it doesn't just immediately change your passwords. That's not a bad thing. But again, I have to wait for a code. So bear with me. All right, Microsoft finally sent me my code, so here we go. I'm going to submit the code, and we should then hopefully, fuck it, do that too. All right, we should hopefully, not right now. Two-factor, you should do that, but I'm not going to do that. That's not what this video is about. This video is eventually about two-factor, but not yet. So, again, current password, I will enter because I know it. It's fine. It's not a very good password. So, again, a new password for, again, we're going to use I need rune coins, of course, but let's see here. We want to generate a password. That's what this is for here, this little button, the little lock with a circle around it. So it's going to generate a new password for me. I'm going to use that password. Yes, use this for the site. All right, cool. So it will then generate it in both boxes for you. You can even change your password every 72 days. Really good idea, especially if you're using LastPass. Who cares? You don't have to remember it. Save. So there you go. That's how you update your password to be more secure with LastPass. I use Outlook. It's very similar with all the other ones as well. Chrome, of course, Gmail works fine with all of the Google products as well. You just go into settings and do the exact same thing. If you require assistance doing this, please feel free to leave a comment and whatnot. We're going to get on to one more thing, and then, of course, I'm going to provide everyone with a little bit of support if they run into any sort of issues here. So bear with me one second. I'm going to load in some fairly nefarious tools here to show you some not cool things that can be done if your account or computer is compromised. So stand by. All right, we are acquiring a piece of software that is commonly used in the security sphere, for recovering information from computers. However, of course, in the wrong hands, this tool is dangerous. So, of course, look here. Now, Chrome is immediately like, no, do not use this, and I'm going to recover this file anyway, and we're going to use it. So let's launch the program. I have to extract it, apparently. Love it. I don't even have freaking I don't have WinRAR on this yet, so we're gonna use the built-in extractor, which is probably a little bit slower, but whatever. Not doesn't matter. So again, once it's extracted, we'll launch it here, and we're going to run through some things here, and I will show you why you don't save your passwords in your browser. So bear with me as this program launches, and I will be back in a moment. And we are back, and this is exactly why you do not use Chrome to store passwords. So remember that secure password we generated? Well, here it is. Okay, go kill yourself. Sorry, this VM is so slow. I'm getting a little salty about it. But, yeah. This is what we see here. This is exactly the password that LastPass generated, and as secure as they are, if someone gets backdoor access to your computer via remote access Trojan or anything, keylogger, captures your password and, whatever, and they're able to somehow trick you into controlling their computer, which happens, again, with the TeamViewer issue, this is the problem here, is now they can go into your computer and do this. So, again, don't save your passwords in Chrome. Here's why. I hope everyone has gotten some useful information out of this. And again, I know this is kind of very security heavy, very nerdy, not the easiest thing to understand in the world, which is why there's the comment section. If you have any questions and you need help, feel free to leave a comment. I'm here to help. Of course, this is a RuneScape podcast service, but we talk about security very often, because this is what I do for a living, of course, is keeping people safe, and that not only goes for scamming in game, but scamming in real life. So if you're in need of help, you can leave a comment. You can also go to my website, Venkee, VNKEE.co. We have a free support link there where you can submit tickets for any type of issue, whether it's security related, hardware related, Windows operating system related, etc. And we're here to help. I mean, by we, I mean mostly me, but we have all sorts of products available for you. So you can check us out at venkee.co. Look, there I am. Oh, it's the owner and operator. And, of course, you can get free email support. And this video has not been a lead-up for an entire ad. Of course, I'm just letting you know that I'm here to help you if you need. There is a form. You can also fill it at the bottom here with information if you need help immediately. But again, I recommend the ticket system. It works a lot better. Of course, you can also leave a comment. So I hope this video has been helpful, and I hope you understand the value of using LastPass as well as not storing passwords in your browser after what I just showed you there. That not only works for Chrome, but it works for Internet Explorer and Firefox and Opera and all the other browsers. I just chose the tool specifically for Chrome because we were using Chrome in that instance, but it works for all of them. So be careful, be safe, use the proper tools. If you have questions, do not hesitate to ask me. I'm here to help. Anyway, that's going to do it for this video. I hope this has helped you become a little more enlightened on your own account security, whether it be on RuneScape or other websites, because remember, you're only as secure as your weakest password. So again, that's going to do it for this video. I hope you found it somewhat useful, and of course, tune into our podcast where I will constantly be reminding people about hacked accounts, hijacked accounts, security vulnerabilities. We always do stories like that on the show, of course. So again, you can check us out at magebit.tv or runeweek.com for our full website and a catalog of all of our past, shows and whatnot. So look forward to seeing you there. So again, as always, happy scaping. Welcome to the end cap. You made it all the way through the video. I hope you learned something about passwords and the value of random secure passwords. So, well, we got through that, but there is one more thing that you might want to check out, and that is two-step authentication, or two-factor authentication, as it's also known. There are many options out there for you, but I think the most versatile one would be Authy. So here's a link in my little end cap in the center there. Just click on that video or check out the description to click on and learn how to set up Authy for two-factor authentication. It will work via phone or browser, plugin, etc. Your choice, whatever you feel more comfortable with, but it's very versatile, and that's why I like Authy. So check it out. It's a pretty decent little video there for you. So again, happy scaping.